Hello, I'm Kirk Kempton, and I'd like to show you how to use the rough cleaning pricing area within your ResponsiBid account. The first thing, I'll just get out of the way real quick, is that if you have both exact and rough window cleaning turned on in your account, here's the button that you would use to change the actual label inside the button when the customer is given a chance to choose if they'd like a rough or an exact quote. So if you want to change the words inside there, you just simply click it, and then you would go into the label and change it to whatever you'd like it to be. The next thing, and probably more important to understand, is that the window cleaning rough pricing is essentially filling out the form in the background where nobody can see it as if it was an exact pane bid. So what that means is that if somebody had window pricing being used as their exact method of pricing, that wouldn't matter. The actual pane surcharge is the one that's going to be used for the rough window cleaning quote. And here's why, just so you understand. If we were to have you put in every single different kind of window for these types of houses, this would be a very, very large area to have to fill out. So in order to make it as simple as possible and for all of it to fit pretty decently into one row, we had to choose the pane bidding area, which has far less choices than the window cleaning area. Okay, so even though you're using this, you just need to understand that the rough quote is going to be filling out this. Now, how's it going to work? Well, basically what's going to happen is someone's going to indicate the house size that they have, and they're going to indicate how many stories that house is. Well, when that happens, ResponsiBid is going to say if they live in a medium house, and of course if you have square foot interval drop down turned on, so if you're not using the graphic house sizes but you're using the actual square footage intervals, it'll switch that out, and your application may look a little different based on how you've customized your house sizes. But it'll have a row for each house size, and then you will be able to input what you would expect a customer in that house size to enter by way of number of oversized panes, regular panes, and small panes, storm windows, screens, and tracks. And in this case, you can see that sunscreens is disabled, so you can't see that. Okay. Now, you might not feel comfortable giving a rough quote to every single house size, so you can check the box of any of the options that you would like to trigger an in-person quote being necessary. Once you have filled out, whichever ones you want to be bid in person, then you would go ahead and input the specs that go with that particular house. Now, as far as ladder pricing goes, you have two options. Even if you're currently using the pane surcharge, we don't want you to have to go in and say how many of each kind of pane they have on each floor. So if you're going to use ladder work, again, for a rough quote, it must use the square footage surcharge. And again, for more help, you can watch the tutorial video here. But essentially, it's going to assign a flat ladder fee based on how high the house is, so 2-story, or if it has a basement, or 3-story, based on what you've turned on. That's what it's going to charge for the rough quote. So that's pretty much it. The main premise is that a rough quote is going to be calculated using pane pricing and square footage ladder pricing, or no ladder pricing at all. Again, if you don't feel comfortable giving rough quotes for certain house sizes, you can turn them to bid in person. But that's pretty much how it all works. And if you have any other questions, you can always go to our Q&A forum, ask any question you have, and we'll answer it within 24 business hours. But enjoy your rough quoting feature. Again, if you don't want to offer a rough quoting feature, you need to go into your company's profile, and you'll just simply turn off the window cleaning rough. By unchecking this, your customer won't even know that it was ever an option, and you won't see it in your pricing area. So keep that in mind as you are setting up your pricing area. All right, and we'll talk to you next time.